Welcome to Bible Donuts. This trivia is hard level. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1. Who was the mother of Samuel? A. Hannah. B. Anna. C. Hagar. D. Peninnah. A. Hannah. Hannah was one of Elkanah's 2 wives and had not been able to have a child. She went to the tabernacle and cried as she prayed to God to have a son. The high priest Eli observed her and thought she was drunk until she explained, and then he blessed her and she had a son, Samuel. Number 2. Who was the mother of Dinah? A. Leah. B. Bilhah. C. Rachel. D. Zilpah. A. Leah. Jacob had children by his 2 wives, the sisters Leah and Rachel, and also by his concubine servants Bilhah and Zilpah. Whilst the names of his 12 sons are given in the Bible, only one daughter, Dinah, is spoken of by name, and her mother was Leah. Number 3. After her first husband Nabal died, which powerful man did Abigail marry? A. Jonathan. B. David. C. Joshua. D. Herod. B. David. The next day Abigail told Nabal what she had done, whereupon his heart failed and he died 10 days later. When David learned of this, he sent messengers to Abigail to ask her to marry him. She agreed to this and became one of his 2 wives, with Ahinoam of Jezreel being the other. Number 4. What was the name of the younger son of Jochebed? A. Benjamin. B. Moses. C. Esau. D. Noah. B. Moses. Jochebed was married to Amram and they had 3 children named Miriam, Aaron, and Moses. Number 5. What is the name that is brothers of Nahor and Haran? A. Israel. B. Abraham. C. Lot. D. Ishmael. B. Abraham. Abraham was originally named Abram, and he, Nahor, and Haran were all sons of Terah who were born and brought up in the city of Ur in Chaldea. All 3 brothers married, but Haran died after fathering a son, Lot. Number 6. Adonijah was the oldest surviving son of a monarch, but which of his brothers was chosen to succeed their father as king? A. Absalom. B. Gideon. C. Jonathan. D. Solomon. D. Solomon. When King David was very old, his eldest surviving son, Adonijah, decided he should have the throne. In response, David declared that Solomon should be the king from then on, and Solomon was acclaimed as such by the people. Number 7. What was the name of Ruth's first husband? A. Kilian. B. Moses. C. Mahlon. D. Noah. C. Mahlon. Because there was a famine where they lived, a family from Bethlehem moved to Moab. There the father of the family, Elimelech, died, leaving his widow, Naomi, and 2 sons, Mahlon and Kilian. In due course both sons married Moabite women, with Mahlon marrying Ruth and Kilian marrying Orpah. Number 8. Asenath and Joseph had 2 sons. One son was called Manasseh, but what was the name of the other son? A. Judah. B. Ephraim. C. Benjamin. D. Solomon. B. Ephraim. After Joseph had been appointed to high office in Egypt, he married an Egyptian woman, Asenath, and they had 2 sons. The elder one was named Manasseh and the younger was called Ephraim. Number 9. Who was Mordecai's cousin? A. Esther. B. Moses. C. Xerxes. D. Haman. A. Esther. One of these young women was Hadassah, who was also called Esther and was the orphan cousin of Mordecai, an Israeli living in Persia who had brought her up. Number 10. Who was Goliath's brother? A. David. B. Saul. C. Persimeon. D. Lami. D. Lami. Lami and Goliath were both members of the Philistine tribe, and Lami's exact height is not recorded, but Goliath is described as being 9 feet, 9 inches tall. Number 11. Who was Jesus' mother? A. Martha. B. Mary. C. Elizabeth. D. Esther. B. Mary. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was as follows. After his mother Mary was betrothed to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Spirit. Number 12. Who was David's father? A. Jesse. B. Enoch. C. Boaz. D. Joshua. A. Jesse. In the Old Testament, the father of King David, Jesse was the son of Od and the grandson of Boaz and Ruth. He was a farmer and sheep breeder in Bethlehem. David was the youngest of Jesse's 8 sons. Number 13. Who was Adam's wife? A. Esther. B. Mary. C. Eve. D. Ruth. C. Eve. Eve and womankind after her is sentenced to a life of sorrow and travail in childbirth, and to be under the power of her husband. Adam and Eve had 2 sons, Cain and Abel. Cain and Heel, the first a tiller of the ground, the second a keeper of sheep. Number 14. Who was Ruth's husband? A. Boaz. B. Jesse. C. David. D. Omer. A. Boaz. At the insistence of Naomi, Ruth agrees without question to pursue marriage with Boaz. The plan calls for her to visit him on the threshing floor after he has celebrated the harvest and gone to sleep. Number 15. Who was Mary's husband? A. Joseph. B. Jesse. C. Jonathan. D. Timothy. A. Joseph. The Gospels tell us that Joseph was a just man. That means that he was faithful. He was faithful to God and said yes to God's plan for him to be Mary's husband and Jesus' foster father. He was faithful to Mary, caring for her while they waited for her baby to be born. Thank you for playing. Like and subscribe. God bless you.